Welcome, Mother's Land community. Please hit the subscribe, like, and share button. Thank you for joining us live. Wait and see if anybody jumps in. Viewers, none so far. That's okay. Get some things set up here. Gloves. Did somebody say something out there? Oh, that's you. Welcome, viewer. All right, on today, this is what we're going to do this together. If you watch any of our previous videos, you will notice that there was a router sled, which is what this is, that I made out of wood. And I have been looking at these things for a couple of years, wanting to upgrade. The one that I made out of wood sitting right over there, and it was on the table that I have the camera on, and it worked just fine. But I've just simply been wanting to upgrade. So we're going to do this together. I'm going to finish setting this up. Purchased this router some time ago, upgraded from the DSW 611 router, DeWalt, to the DSW 618, a more heavier, powerful router. And I was actually waiting until I got one of these. Saw this on Amazon, and first thing that caught my eye was the price. It was pretty low. I noticed the next day after I ordered it that the price jumped up. And I did notice when I was looking at it, there were some things that I kind of questioned, like the platform that the router sits on. They only had 4 holes in it, and I knew that I was going to have to address that issue. The problem is I wanted to have some backups. This is 5/16 thick, this base. I'm having trouble finding some plexiglass that's 5/16 thick. Sooner or later I will. My other thought would be to put together 2 1/4s. I don't want to do that, but if it came to it, that's what I do, because I want to back up. I tried to countersink some holes in here, and it went halfway well. I got it to where I could use it. I have not used it yet. That's what we're going to do together today. Right now, like I said, we finished setting this up, got everything. The other thing that caught my eye with this was the way that it adjusts height. I mean, you just unscrew these knobs here, and it'll go. This is the max height, which is plenty for what I do. I make cornhole boards and cutting boards, charcuterie boards. This is plenty, and the height is perfect. That's what caught my eye. Next to the price. And so I'm finishing setting it up. What I'm putting on now are just some locks to lock it down. You know, when you're moving it, you want it to stop in a certain place. So that's what these are. The next thing I do, it has some caps that came with it, some end caps. I'm not sure if I'll put those on just yet because I want to see if I need to take this out to put my surfacing bit on. Let me get that. This this particular router, it will do, it has a 1/2 inch shank. It'll do 1/2 inch shank, and it has a collet that you can also do 1/4. So I do have both, but I only have 1/2 inch bit that I purchased some time ago that we're going to throw on there, and that's what we'll be using on today. So I think instead of putting that on while it's in there, I think I'm going to take this off. Let me get some thinner gloves to put on here. Yeah, I got a piece of cherry sitting here. Now my other router sled, it was the way I had it set up, it was very easy. And I'm looking for ideas. If you out there, you have any ideas to how to finish what, because your workpiece, you want your workpiece to be sturdy, set where it doesn't wobble. Because let me show you this. When you're dealing with some raw lumber, now all of my wood in here, this maple, cherry, all of this have some poplar, all of it is kiln dried. But here's what you really have to, let me bring you in here. Here's what you, right now, see, I have it shimmed up right now. And this is what you will get. So you want that piece to be unmovable. You don't want this. So you want to put some shims in it to keep it from moving or wobbling would be probably a better word. Keep it from wobbling. So I shimmed it up with some cardboard to get that out. My next issue, now like I said, with my other router, the one that I made, I had this platform there and it was on this black table here. And it was easy to lock my piece down. I just simply used these scrap pieces of wedges and just wedged that piece in, and it locked the workpiece down. It did not move until I was ready for it to move. This one, I hadn't quite figured it out just yet. I have an idea what we're going to do today to lock it down, but what we're going to do today, I don't want to do that every time I do a piece because as you can see, I got a lot of it that I'm going to flatten at some point. So for now, let's see, let's get all of this. I want to get this on. I think I'm going to take this out and work this. Let's take it out here. Like I said, everything we're doing today, we're doing it together. Come on, come on, come on. Let's see. No, that's loose. Everything is loose. Come on, come on. Let me lock this. There we go. All right. Fresh out of the package. Like I said, this is a 1/2 inch shank, and it does come with collet that you can put in here to use your 1/4 bits. And I have plenty of 1/4 bits. All right, so let's put this on. Let's get this on. Everything is fresh. Let's see, I don't want it that tight in there. That far down, about right there should be plenty. Hold that button right here to begin to tighten it down. Let's bring it out just a little, just a little. Tighten it down. And they give you a wrench. Finish getting it good and tight. That should be, like I said, we're doing this together, all right? Community, stick with me. And when you're in your shop working, always be careful. Don't rush. A lot of times if I find I have to be in a hurry, I just skip it. That's the best thing to do. Just skip it. And when I did this, I took most of everything off of that table over there, brought it over here. And using this, if you can see this part right here was an old entertainment center. And I noticed that the boards on here stayed perfectly flat. So I said this would be perfect. Now, I'll need it to lock those down because it's going to be my work area. So the way that I did that, I took some scrap pieces of wood, these strips here, and I used some CA glue to lock them in. Hopefully I used enough because it's not moving or anything. It's in there pretty good. And we're going to do the same thing with the CA glue with the workpiece. Let's see, I'm going to make sure we'll be able to do that. Like I said, everything is fresh right here. It's fresh. I just got to make sure that simply hit the right spot. That's it. Just hit the right spot. All right, let's put all this up. We should be done here with that. All right, everything right here. And the other thing about the DSW 618, it does have this tube here. Hold on, I gotta turn the camera around. Bear with me here. This tube here is for the dust, and I may try to hook the vacuum up to it just to, or get the vacuum close. Usually when I run two powerful machines in here at the same time, I trip the breaker. Okay, hey, it's a makeshift shop. It works. Speaking of that, if you're out there listening and you have some equipment, somebody told me to do this, okay, and I thought it was okay. I'll give it a shot. Have some equipment. This is the mother's land, is what we call this. It's 10 acres, and we do a lot. My wife has a high tunnel where we grow vegetables. We have tons of logs piled up down there that every day, every chance I get. The contractor kind of left us in a bind because we didn't have a written agreement. And so he just piled the trees up down there, and good and bad, because some of it I was able to pull some walnut, and cherry, and maple out of the pile. But the rest of it, every chance I get, I just burn. We could use a small ATV. You have one of those out there and you would like to see if we would video using the ATV that you have donated to the mother's land. Yes. Anything that you think we may could use out here. All right. Thank you in advance. All right. So I'm going to try. I may, well, I tell you what, use the vacuum. I may not, but We'll see. Because really, what I really need is a smaller hose. Eventually, there's one right there. Okay. I don't think I want to do that just now. Let's see how it goes first. I tell you what, we won't do that just now. Hold on. Let's do this. We'll see what it looks like first. Like I said, we're doing this together. I already know what's going to happen, but I just want to see how bad is the dust going to fly. So, and another pretty cool thing about the DSW-16 is that the power cord can detach right from the machine. I mean, that is pretty cool. All right, we're going to get some power over here. I know it's not locked down yet. Like I said, if you're in a hurry, just wait it out. Just wait it out. Right now, I think and next time I'll bring some of the work that I did as far as cutting boards, coasters, charcuterie boards, all that type stuff up here, and let you see some of those. I should have did that. Let's see. All right, I got this. Also, I have this sled. I got these brackets on here to keep it from sliding off. One other thing that I plan on doing, I'm gonna bring you in closer again. This router sled, like I said, what I really liked about it was this height adjuster here. You just undo these knobs, you can raise it up, lower it down. But the other, I would say, small issue are the look right up. It doesn't like it when I turn it that way. Look right underneath here. It has wheels. That's how it rolls on the table. Those wheels are very, very, very small. As a matter of fact, putting them on was very tedious. The lock nuts are very tiny. I could not get a socket on them, so I had to find my smallest wrench and just it was a slow process, slow. But my plan is to, because I think this is going to be an issue with all the dust coming off here, to keep it from getting in those wheels. Uh, Ideal would be to have a brush system right here. Close this in, have your brush system on both sides here. But what I'm going to do, not today, but what I'm going to do, the quick thing, I'm going to CA glue, possibly a sponge, a piece of sponge right along there where it can just, as the dust, as you're sliding back and forth, the sponges will push the dust down and back, and that way that will keep it off of the wheel system. But for now, for today, I'll just, if I have to, I'll just clean it off. But I don't want to do that every time. So that's why I'm going to come up with something. The sponge, if I think of something before I get ready to do it, if I think of something better, or if you have a better idea, I'm listening. I am listening. All right, this might still have just a little bit, yeah, just a little bit of a wobble in it. Hold on, let me shim it up a little bit more. Just a little. Don't go anywhere. I'm not completely set up on this table yet, not yet, but like I said, I have some ideas. They will come together. Let's see if this will get me where I want to be here. Still got just a little bit of a little wobble in it. Just a little. Just a little. I want it all out. This is about a 2-inch piece of cherry that I cut off yesterday. Okay. All right, there we are. So now, like I said, I need to lock that down. And the way I'm going to do that, I got it shimmed. I know where it's placed, where it needs to be. I'm going to okay, that will work. That will work. I'm going to hit this spot right here on this side and this spot on this. All right, so let's do that. We're going to, like I said, we're going to use CA glue. Don't want to use a lot. Hopefully it'll be enough to lock it down. But the plan is I'm trying to keep it from when the bit hits it, that it doesn't do this. We don't want it to do that. Don't want it to move. So, all right, so let's see here. Hold on a second, just to make sure, just to be sure. I'm going to mark this right here and right here. Try to put that back in that spot right there. Let's move that up. Okay. And right there. Here's the tricky part. Not too tricky, but here we go. Here we go. Like I said, I'm not sure how, I don't want to use a lot because this stuff, it works really, really great. And once I get it down there, I got to make sure that I have this set just right, because if not, it's a wrap. Hold on. Let's move that. Oh boy. Here we go. Like I said, we're doing this together. Here we go. Right here and right there. Now, still not shimmed up too good right there. Hold on. Not shimmed up too good right there. Hold on. Still not. Has to be right. Come on, shim it up. Still not. Had it, lost it. I think one end of the CA glue held up. Not sure about the other one. Hold on. You should give it about 15 seconds to set. We may have to hit it again. Let's see. So my idea, like I said, I need something to lock my work pieces down. Not all of them are going to be this small. I have a couple of thoughts. Some sort of a armature right here that you can pull out and lock back down, or just a couple of things, because I definitely don't want to use CA glue every time. Definitely don't. That's a no. Don't want to do that. So where? All right. Where's the top to that? Come on. Where are you? Where are you? Watch out. Here's July coming in here. He likes to follow me around. All right. There you are. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we're all right. It's holding. All right. The CA glue is active. So now there are some caps that go on the ends. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on. See, I told you. This is July. He's a barn cat. And you can't tell it by looking at him, but he's a killer. He just lying around me until the machine starts. All right. I'm gonna get some power over here. Hold tight. Hold tight. I think I'll probably just have it here on this table here. Go ahead and lock this down now. And we will check the depths. Let's see if we can, how far we can get right there. Let's see. Come on, come on. It's one of those situations where you got to hold your mouth just right, too. I believe. Hold on. Ah, okay. Come on. Uh, hold on, hold on. Let's see, what is it they want me to do here? And yes, you know how it is. It does have a manual, but I have plugged this in before in this part. And I did power it up, a dry run. Let's see what they want me to do here. There we go. And lock it in. Nice and locked in. That's what they wanted me to do. Okay. Make sure we're not hot here. Shouldn't be. Now we're hot. Workpiece is sturdy, I think. I didn't use a lot of CA glue, so hopefully I used enough. Let's see where we are here. We're going to come down with this. Let's see. Let's go down one more. Let's see where we are there. A little too low. And like I said, we're doing this all together. Come on, come on. Let's get this back up because it wants to ride down on me. And loosen. Uh-oh. Came out a little too far. It's still good. Oh, yep, I came out too far. I let one side get a little bit too low, okay? That's what happened. A little bit too low. And the other one is trying. Hold tight, hold tight. Hold tight. Get back in there. Turn. Another one out too far. All right, now let's get everything back in here. We just went a little bit too far. That's all. We'll get something going here in a minute. Set that there. Set this one. Let's see. Do we want it there? Is that where we want it? Let's see. Let's see. Let's check it. As you can see, like I said, we're doing this together, and right now I'm doing it like a rookie. Keep this on here. Keep it from going into place. Da, da, da. All right, we're good. Lock her down. Make sure we're stopping. Okay. Nope, that one's not. That one is. You know, probably don't want to go any further than this. And we can come in a little bit. That'll be fine. And this one will come in a little bit more. All right, should be good there. Now that I'm all the way down, now I want to bring it down a bit. Let's see where we are. Just a little bit more. Loosen that. Loosen this. Hope you can see that. Loosen both the knobs. It's got slots in there to keep it right there. That may be okay. Let's check it. I think we're at the limit here to go down. Hold on. Got one off here. Think I'm gonna go one more. Come out. One more. That should be it. One more here. All right. All right, let's see where we are in here now. We are right there. That is pretty low. Pretty low. I don't think I like it that low. Let's come up one. Just one. Come up one. I need a light over here. I can't see the slots on this side. Nope. All right, I think that might be a little better. I may have to just work with me here. Work with me. Like I said, we're doing this together. This is the first with this. Once I get the hang of it, let's see. That's the right one. Looks like it. This, bring it in. Lock those down. Let's see where we are now. May like that better. Now I do have it just a little bit tight, little tight. And I think I'm gonna leave it like that for right now. For right now, let's see. Mm, 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 mm. I'm not satisfied with this side. Let's check something here. Huh. Yeah, I'm not satisfied with this side. Let me check something out here. Let's see what we got going on here. Like I said, always best to be completely sure. Hmm. Mm, mm, mm. I tell you what, right now, my all right, I think I see. I still don't like that. Got something to figure out here. For some reason, my wheels are now not riding the side for some reason. Not sure why, but they were there. It looks like what I'm going to have to do is, hold on, let's see. Let's see. I probably just had it too loose and they slipped up. Mm-mm-mm. That's fine right there. Let's make sure we are one more time here. Uh-huh. Let's come out. Tell you what, let's do this just to make sure. Just to be sure, hold on. This is the first time we've used this, but we're gonna let's come out here. Just make sure. Let's just make sure. You sit down there for a minute. Want to be certain. Uh-huh. I think I see what's happening here. want that one or this one? This one right here. That's the one we want. Now let's see where we are. You know what? You get what you pay for, okay? Not to say that this is a bad thing. And like I said, this is the first time using it. So it's just a slight learning curve, and that piece is still pretty sturdy in there. We'll be there in a minute. Slide this back in. Lock it back down. Just hang in there. It's coming. Before it gets dark, hopefully. Let me get on the other side. Yeah. Let's just do this. Put that in. Screw that in. And we will say we'll lock it at that point. Probably won't go near that far. Put the caps back on. Not going to put them on tight because I noticed there's a couple of things I'm going to do to it. But just for this today, now let's see if we can get it close enough. Not quite there. Not quite there. I really don't want to go down another one. I definitely don't want to adjust my let's see. Definitely don't want to adjust that. Let's do this. Let's do this. Come off of that. We'll get it. Hold on. I didn't want it that low. I did not want it that low. But hold on, bear with me. Oh, that ought to be perfect. That should be perfect. That should be perfect. We like perfect. We like perfect. Bring that out. Let's see this. Like I said, just a little bit of a learning curve. Are we there? We are live and struggling here, I'm telling you. But once we get all the little kinks worked out, it'll be smooth sailing. I can see it. I see it. I see it once we get all the kinks worked out. It's looking good. That. We're in. I'm just not liking right now how all of a sudden it got kind of stiff. Just all of a sudden got stiff for some reason. Hold on a minute. It could be the table, because I don't really have a rim for it to ride on, but all this looks, I think I see what's going on right here. Right there. Okay. Tell you what. Let's fire it up and see where we are. How close are we? We can hit something right there. One more second. Hold on. I'm gonna make a couple of passes just to see how flat it is. Let's see. Come up. Back a little bit more. Okay. I'd like to be down just a tad bit more. Ah, that's the end of it. My workpiece moved. Didn't use enough CA glue. I'm gonna have to figure out how to completely lock this down, okay? But that first pass was really nice. That wasn't much. That was not much. I apologize. I will work these little minor kinks out and get back. We'll do another demonstration real soon. But that first pass, let me go ahead and take this off. I didn't use enough CA glue. I didn't want to use a lot. This is a pretty heavy piece. This is cherry, and it's pretty dense and heavy. But that first pass, I mean, it went nice and flat. I mean, that thing is flat. That part, I mean, look at that. That's what. Wait a minute, can you see that? That first pass on that was just nice and flat. Look at that. Wanted to go a little bit deeper to get this all on one pass. And I'll make a little adjustment on this, and we'll get a little deeper on that, and we'll pick it back up tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. And like I said, if you have any ideas, don't say throw that router sled away. Don't say that. I'm going to go ahead next time we come back and protect these wheels in here so all that dust won't get built up on them, but we'll get it. It's going to be just fine, just fine. Yeah. Let's go ahead and take all this out. I got stuff all in the floor. It's kind of tight in here. It's a 20 by 20 building. I got this one little corner here to work with as far as that goes.